Welcome to the Freedom in 5 Minutes podcast, the podcast where we make 5-minute decisions that can change your business, your relationships, and your life. Hey, this is Dean Soto with prosulum.com and freedomin5minutes.com. And we are here again for another episode of Freedom in 5 Minutes. Today's topic is, you gotta check that dog, Genevieve. That and more coming up. All right, we are here once again for another Freedom in 5 Minutes podcast. I'm so glad you're here. Woo, it is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day here, a Sunday evening, Sunday late afternoon. I am here with my, would you call it executive producer? Is that what you are? You're my executive producer. Bon. Say hi, Bon. Bon is only just about to turn a year. And you don't know what to do you? Oh, stop trying to eat the phone. So he's trying to eat the phone. That's what our executive producer does. He loves eating phones, and that's about all he does for this particular show. But it's gone on this long, so I guess he's doing something right. Right, big boy? All right. Well, today was an interesting day, especially when it comes down to making very important, life-changing decisions. We are part of a 4-H group down here, and if you are in the city, generally there's not too many 4-H groups around, but essentially what it is it's an organization. It's hands, heart, head, and something else. We've only been in it for less than a year, but since we moved out here. But it's great because you learn, you have all of these different projects that are done independently by people in the organization. So these are normal people who are teaching different things, such as marksmanship, like rifle marksmanship, baking, horsemanship, welding, and all these different things. It really is whatever can be used as a means to help other people. And one of those things is working with dogs. That's right. See, you got it right, Bon. Working with dogs. It's actually taking dogs to different shows like the American Kennel Club shows and things like that, and training your dog to be able to be presented in those shows. Or to be a handler, to be a junior handler or a handler, which is somebody who essentially can at some point in time get paid, as far as I know, to handle and show specific dogs at these different places. So we were at my two daughters and my wife are taking this particular project and doing this particular project with our dog. However, our dog is having some medical issues right now, so when we were there, my daughter was handling another dog by the name of Jasper. Now, my daughter is absolutely amazing. She is two of my daughters are doing it, but the main daughter, she's my second eldest, and she's a little petite little girl, and she is handling Jasper, who is this pretty large black Labrador retriever. And so she's used to a puppy, which her puppy's only 3 months. So she's used to a puppy size. And this dog next to, if you looked at the dog right next at her side, it is probably more than half her size. And so the teacher is 100% confident in her abilities to teach. And so she was totally fine with Genevieve handling Jasper. And I was thinking, in the back of my head, I'm thinking, whoa, that's a lot of dog. And so that dog could drag Genevieve around wherever he wanted to. Well, come to find out that was not the case, actually. That at first, Genevieve was a little timid and was having a hard time with Jasper, and she was getting a lot of help from some of the other kids who had been doing it for a lot longer than her. Mwah, I love you, big boy. Had been doing a lot longer than her. And things such as having the dog sit and teaching the dog to sit, Genevieve was kind of hesitant and timid at first and was very soft-handedly trying to get the dog to sit, and the dog's just like, what? Huh? What? I just want to chase squirrels. That's all I want to do. What do you want? What are you doing? Well, something at some point clicked, and it was awesome. When Genevieve, once that thing clicked in her mind, she essentially got the spirit of, all right, I'm all in on this. I'm doing this, and I'm gonna just not give up. I'm going to go full in on getting this dog to sit. And by the end of the course, by the end of the class, which was only an hour class, she was manhandling that dog so much so that the dog began to start sitting for her, because before the dog was just looking at her like, who are you? Because she was hesitant to and wasn't making that decision to go all in and to actually say, no, you're going to do as I want you to do. Once it clicked, she was of a different mindset. You are going to do what I want you to do, and I am going to show you with my body, with my entire being, that you are going to obey. So yeah, that dog, like I said, by the end of the training was basically like, okay, I'll do whatever you say, just stop manhandling me. I see you're a leader, and I see that you're not going to relent, so I will follow you and do whatever you want me to do. It was awesome. And so what's the big deal about this? Why am I even picking this story? One, it's because my executive producer here, Bon said I needed to. The other is that it's extremely important because a lot of the times when we are timid or we are hesitant, that is a lack of decisiveness. That is a lack of decision. Oh, you see those birdies up there? Say hi, birdies. Hi, birdies. That is a lack of decisiveness. That is not making a decision. And we all know, think about those leaders that you've been under, whether it's a boss or if you were in the military, those leaders that literally just could not decide. They couldn't decide to do something at all. And how frustrating and how annoying that is. Well, that's because they don't have the courage to say, we're doing this, and I'm going to take the consequence of whatever it is. But and get feedback from the consequence, from the decision that I'm making, and then move on from there. When we don't go all in on something, when we're essentially just like I always say, lingering on a specific decision, we're hesitant, then nobody's going to follow us. You're not going to follow yourself. You're not going to trust yourself. And really, you're not going to get the feedback you need. Genevieve was getting the feedback. Once she started making a decisive move, she was getting feedback. That dog was either bending the knee or not bending the knee. And so if the dog wasn't bending the knee, she knew she had to push harder. She knew she had to do different things to get that dog to bend the knee. And eventually, the dog bent its back legs and sat down. And so that's where when you are decisive and you go forward, you're able to get that feedback and start moving things in the right direction. So what's one thing right now where where you're a little bit just, you obviously are not decisive in it. It could be something as small as, what is for dinner tonight? If your husband or your wife or your kids or whatever says, hey, what are we going to have for dinner? Rather than saying, I don't know, make a decision. It's all about getting in the habit of making that decision and moving forward. So, all right, that's it. Enjoy your Sunday, the rest of your Sunday. I'm going to keep this one short. freedomin5minutes.com. Go check that out. There are seven exclusive episodes, 100% raw episodes that I never released. You want to go check those out right away. You'll also be able to subscribe to the podcast there as well. And we have some pretty cool stuff that's going to be coming out in your email as time goes by. All right, I'm going to go and get ready for church. And I will see you in the next Freedom in 5 Minutes.